Once Upon a Time in the West is the greatest movie I have ever seen. Okay, so it starts out and it's like there's these guys that show up and this guy's like, "What's up, friendly old guy?" Friendly old guy's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And they're like, "Get in the closet, old man." So he does. Then they sit there for like 10 minutes. Nothing happens. They sit and water drops. They play with flies. Then this train comes in and this guy gets there and they're like, "What's going on, guy? Who are you?" So then they fight about horses and then he just shoots all of them. And you're like, that's going to be important later. But now, next scene rolls around and this kind of grumpy guy's yelling at his kids. He doesn't care. They're like, "Dad, we're uncomfortable with this. You're bringing a new woman into our lives." He's like, "Shut up." And then he gets shot. His kids get shot. And you're like, wait a minute. Don't shoot the little kid. And then the guy's like, "My name is Frank. He knows that. I have to kill him." So he does. The lady gets there and she's like, "Where is everybody?" And you're like, oh, nobody told her because they don't even know yet. And she goes to this bar. She meets the harmonica guy from before. He's like playing harmonica. This guy shows up with chains and he's like, "I don't like the way you play that harmonica." And the guy's like, "Okay, give me your gun." He shoots his chains off, leaves. Then the lady's like, "I gotta go." So she goes. Her husband's dead and she's like, "What?" And so she is like, "Okay, I should probably leave. There's no reason for me to be here." Then the guy from the bar shows up and he's like, "Get back in that house," and he closes the door and you're like, oh my gosh, this lady's gonna get raped. But instead, he turns out to be really nice. All he wants is a coffee. And he's like, "Listen, sometimes I kill people, but I didn't kill your husband. I promise," because everyone thinks he killed the husband. And so they have coffee. They talk about things. It's a really nice little visit. And in the meantime, you find out, oh, it was Frank after all. He's hanging out with this crippled guy on a train. Remember that later. Also, they don't get along. Oh, dang, there's harmonica guy again. So he shows up at the lady's house and you just grabbing her and ripping her clothes off. You're like, oh my gosh, he's going to rape this lady. And he doesn't. And he's like, "Listen, let's go to the well." So they go to the well. 2 guys show up. He shoots those guys. At that point, you're like, wait a minute. This is all about this lady's land because now it's her land because the guy's dead. And he has plans for this land because I guess it's going to be valuable. You're like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So after that, you find out what's this harmonica guy's deal. Oh, he's after Frank, who was after the lady, and that's why he was there in the first place. So he's like chasing Frank, trying to find him. He gets on this train, and this guy shoots this other guy's suspenders off because he just hates his suspenders and his belt. Harmonica guy's like, "Listen, I'm not telling you my name this entire movie, but I hate you." And Frank's like, "Shut up, I have other things to do." So he just leaves. Fortunately, the guy in the chains from earlier, he's wanted, he's an outlaw, but he's mad because they're blaming him for killing that lady's husband. So the guy from the bar is there on the train with the chains, chain guy, and he's just like, "I'm going to kill everyone." He just kills everyone on the train except for the most valuable person pulling the strings of the whole thing. They're like, "We'll leave him, deal with him later. We got to go." It's cripple guy. They go, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is valuable land. And then you find out, oh, Frank, he's got the lady. He's probably going to rape her. And then he does rape her. And then it's like, well, kind of, because she looks like she's kind of enjoying it. It's an uncomfortable scene. But after that, it's like, cool, because I'm going to buy it at the auction. So, but then harmonica guy buys it with the money he used to turn in the outlaw guy. But then the outlaw guy escapes and kills all the people at the cripple guy's train. And then harmonica guy's like, cool, that worked out. I have this land now, but I don't want it. You can have it, lady. And she's, what? And then Frank is like, listen, let me buy this land back. I'll give it to you for what you bought plus $1. Great deal. And harmonica's like, no, by the way, people are about to kill you. You should defend yourself. So he does. Kind of saves his life, even though he's trying to kill him. And they're like, why'd you do that? I don't know. Now I'll kill him. So then they go to the backyard, and they shoot each other, and it turns out, oh, Frank gave him his harmonica, and that's why he's so pissed off. And he gives the harmonica back. He's like, keep it. And then he goes, runs off. Chain guy dies for some reason, and that is the end.